father, husband, and Air Force veteran in Hamburg, has been battling brain cancer since 2022. He is now using his fight to give back and raise awareness in hopes of one day finding a cure. To tell us about a special benefit happening next week, right now we are joined by Peter Piazza, his dad Peter, his good friend Mike, and Kimberly LaRussa of Sweet Buffalo. We have a good packed couch tonight. Thank you everyone so much for coming in.
Thank you.
Yep.
So we'll start with you first, Pete. Tell us a little bit about yourself, what you've been going through.
So I've been fighting this fight since October 2022, like it was mentioned. Had a seizure overnight. My wife discovered it, and then next thing you know, I wake up and there's paramedics in the bedroom, and I didn't know what was going on at the time because I didn't feel anything. But next thing you know, I'm going for scans, and they found a tumor, and that's how all this started. 2 years ago. And so I've done multiple surgeries, radiation, chemo, and after this last one, I reached out to my friend Mike, and he sort of initiated this benefit that's going to be happening in a couple weeks, which we're all excited about. It's really to raise awareness for brain cancer research so that others don't have to go through this, and just a way to give back and celebrate, have a good time with friends and the community, and
to focus on the light, right?
Exactly.
And we'll talk about the benefit in just a moment.
Exactly.
But you mentioned these 2 years, a lot of time spent in the hospital. You have a wife and 2 kids at home. What has been the hardest part for you and your family during this battle?
It's really my kids having to see the transformation of where I was 2 years ago till now, not being able to do certain things. I've lost some mobility on my left side, so them having to state for me is the most heartbreaking thing.
But the fight goes on.
The fight goes on,
and you have a whole community behind you.
Correct, and they know, I'm telling them all the time that I'm going to get through this, I'm going to persevere, and I'm trying to be an inspiration to them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We'll bring in your dad now, other Peter. How has it been for you seeing your son go through this?
It's always tough as a father, to see somebody so young have to go through this. But to be honest with you, he's been absolutely amazing. He's just been so strong, around his kids and actually around us, and stuff. And he's always been like that. So that's an inspiration. And like I said, he didn't mention it, but he's actually had 3 brain tumors and 3 surgeries starting in 2022. So it's eye-opening. No parent likes to see it, okay? But it's reality. It's real life, and we just deal with it and stay positive and move forward.
And Mike, I'd imagine as his friend, you share in a lot of those feelings, so much so to play a part in organizing this benefit. Tell us about it.
Absolutely. Pete is worth every second of our time. We have a close family, a huge circle of friends, and the amount of support that we got from the community, our friends, families, it's going to be an amazing turnout. And he's like a little brother that I never had, and I love him very much. So it's worth every second of my time, and everyone else as well.
And Kimberly, the amount of stories we share that week after week here on this couch, that you share online and social media, we know how much a difference of having a community of support, whether it's through, online initiatives, through events like this. How important is that?
It's so important to know that the community cares, your friends, your family, just strangers sometimes, just to know they care just makes you a little bit stronger. And as you can see, Pete is very, very strong, and he's, a father and a husband and a United States Air Force veteran, so he's a hero too. So, the community needs to be by his side right now, and they are, so that's great.
So we talk about this benefit. There's a lot going on. It's going to be a fun day. What is included in a ticket?
Go ahead, Mike, you can go.
Well, there's going to be draft beer, pop, food, music, games. The amount of support that everyone gave, baskets and prizes.
We expect probably between 500 and 600 people throughout the day to show up and lend their support, to Peter and and the rest of the family. So it's going to be a fun turnout, like Mike says. There's just so much it's going to that day, and looking forward to it. And anybody out there, you know, who wants to come, you can just show up at the event that day.
Give us one more time. Where is it happening?
It's at the VFW post on Lakeview Road in Hamburg. If anybody's familiar with Hamburg, it's right across the street from the Nike base in Hamburg. It's a big sports complex. Runs from 2 to 7, and everybody's welcome. We've heard from people who I haven't talked to in probably 20, 30 years that have seen the sign and contacted me and donated and stuff. And it's been eye-opening, but it's been fun, you know, and so.
Before we let you all go, Peter, I do want to ask you, to hear 500 to 600 people are expected to show up. What does that mean to you, given everything you're going through?
It's one of those things when I see them at the event, it's going to be very emotional, especially since I think I'm going to see some old Air Force friends that I haven't seen in years. They've been reaching out to me, so yeah, I'm not going to know until the day, but the fact that that many people are coming is really inspirational.
Great. Well,
Yeah.
if you at home are interested in attending, we will have all this information up on our website, wivb.com. Everyone, thank you so much.
Thanks
Peter,
for
you
having us.
especially, thank you
Thank
for
you.
sharing your
Thank you.
story, and we're with you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Jordan, thank you.
Thank you.
Yep.